really enjoying the herbs that I grow indoors this winter. I use them in salsas and pestos and all kinds of things, but I especially like them in my tea. This is Rhonda Ferree with the University of Illinois Extension. Gardening is not limited to outside in the summer. Herbs are probably the easiest to grow indoors, but salad, tomatoes, and carrots can do well too. You might be amazed by how many food crops you can actually grow indoors. Some types of edible indoor gardens to try include window gardens, containers, special systems, and of course indoor greenhouses. The most limiting factor for growing plants indoors is light, so whichever option you choose, you must include a bright window or supplemental lighting. Many herbs can be successfully grown in a window that receives several hours of sunlight daily. Here's some herbs. I'm going to start in my south-facing window in my kitchen. And I have a nice little windowsill here, and so I'm going to grow some herbs from seed. Some of them I started outdoors this summer. So here's the cilantro I started outdoors. I'll harvest the rest of that, and then I put some seed in so that I can have some new plants as I go along. Here you can see some lettuce. Now you'll notice that I've made a little mock greenhouse, and I will do that with each of these containers here to get them started as the seeds germinate, and then after the seeds have germinated, I'll take that plastic top off. Aerogardens are an easy way to grow herbs, greens, and other food crops indoors all year long. An aerogarden is a hydroponic system that grows plants in water using a pre-mixed nutrient solution. The system has lights that raise and lower to match plant growth. It is all self-contained and quite simple to use. Herbs commonly grown indoors include basil, chives, oregano, parsley, and thyme. Continuously harvest these herbs as soon as they have enough foliage to sustain growth. Not only does this provide you with fresh herbs for cooking, but also keeps the plants nicely pinched back to keep the plants bushy. I'm going to show you how I use herbs in tea. I use both dried ones. See, I have a fair number of herbs that I dried from the garden last year, but I also like to use the fresh herbs that I grow either outdoors or indoors like I have this winter. So I'm going to use my infuser that you see here, and I have a little sprig of fresh basil, and I'm going to show you how I would make some tea. So I'm going to use some loose tea here that I have. It's a green tea. Put just a little bit in my infuser. I'm going to add that sprig of basil. I might add honey or some other type of sweetener, but I think I'll just leave it that way. And then I can take my water and fill it up. As far as I want to fill it. And then I close the lid, and I would let it steep for probably 5 or 10 minutes. It depends on the herb. You can watch my entire webinar on growing an indoor edible garden on this website, or you can post questions and see other gardening tips at one of my IL River Hort social media sites serving Fulton, Mason, Peoria, and Tazewell counties.